So, hello. Now we move on to the Patreon draws. How do the Patreon draws work and what are they all about? Very quickly, in the olden days, back in the days of your Rembrandts and all of that, right? Artists, painters, etc. They used to have patrons, people that would pay them money, and that money would allow them to live and so on and so forth. Nowadays, you have websites like Patreon, which are set up for that exact same purpose. It shows that you can have patrons that support you in what you're doing, and you can give them, your patrons, a little something back for the support that they're giving you. Now, what I've set up, our Patreon account is Patreon, patreon.com/TGBCH. That's simple. That's how to find our Patreon account. You can join us on Patreon for as little as £3 a month. I think it's set in dollars, but I'm just going to call it £3. It might be $3, but let's just call the amount in pounds and then we're safe, right? We have a Patreon wheel, and I'm going to show you that working in a minute. And the Patreon wheel, for £3 a month, you go on the Patreon wheel 3 times. If you pay the £5 a month, you go on the Patreon wheel 5 times. If you pay I think it's £25 a month, you go on the wheel 30 times. So you get an extra 5 if you pay the 25. If you pay the 50, you go on the wheel 75 times, and for the 50, you also get 2 super wheel spins a month. Now, a super wheel spin is worth £30. A super wheel spin, as you'll see in a minute, is 3 times whatever it is you land on. So if you land on a sheet of coins, you get 3 sheets of coins. If you land on a silver coin, you get 3 silver coins. So as well as going into the draws, you will also get 2 super wheel spins a month if you're a gold member, and a gold member is the top one at £50 a month. You got it? So we have 2 wheels, just like we did on the example of the YouTube one. We have an all members wheel. So whether if you're paying £3 a month, you're on the wheel 3 times. If you're paying £50 a month, you're on the wheel 75 times. And that's the all members wheel, and that is spun on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday. Next, after that has been spun, we then have a gold members, Patreon gold members, which is also, 3 times. But Patreon gold members, you just go on the wheel once, like YouTube, because each gold member is only a gold member once. You're not like a gold member twice or 3 times. You can't do that. You can only have once, to my knowledge anyway. So if you are a gold member on Patreon at £50 a month, then number 1, you go on the all members wheel 75 times. Number 2, you then go on the gold members wheel once. So any amount that you're paying lower than £50 gold member, whether you're paying £3, £5, £25, whatever, those draws are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 times a week. That's 12 times a month. So for as little as £3, you can be in the draw on the Patreon for 3 times the value. You can be in that 12 times a month. If for the gold members are in a gold members draw 3 times a week. So that's 12 times a month. So if you're a gold member, you're actually in 24 draws a month, as well as getting 2 super wheel spins. That is an absolute no-brainer to be a gold member. And I'm making some of these things what I call no-brainers, because if they are good enough, then we get a lot of support. If they're crap, then we don't get much support. And the whole idea is I've got to make them as good as I possibly can, because I want to attract more of you in. So if you're giving us £50 a month on Patreon, then you are going to get in 24 draws a month, plus you're going to get 2 super wheel spins a month. You know, from what I've worked out, it would be virtually impossible if you spread that across the year for you not to make a profit. You are absolutely going to make a profit on that. So let's just have a little look at it.
We have the Patreon members. which is a ×3 wheel.
These are all the Patreon members. Whether they're paying £3 a month or 50 quid a month, they're all on this wheel. This is the general Patreon supporters wheel. And the list on the right hand side are the people that are in it, as well as you can see on the wheel. So the winner, Scott Donaldson. And whatever he wins now, he's going to get 3 times that. That's how the Patreon supporters wheel works. Royal Mint package.
That's 3 Royal Mint package coins for Scott.
So he gets 3 of them because it's a treble up Patreon. Next will be the gold members of Patreon. So these are all the gold members. These are the people that are paying 50 quid a month.
Next we have a Patreon gold member as well, which is also 3 times.
And they also get 2 spins of the super wheel each month, which is 3 times. And I'd like to increase this and have a few more gold members.
And that's John White. See what John's won.
And again, whatever he lands on, he gets 3 times whatever he lands on.
Right, as John's already got a permanent joker, that's an automatic respin.
The reason John has a permanent joker is because he's a member of PayHip, and I will do a separate video explaining how PayHip works. But this video is for Patreon. Ooh, pair of cufflinks. No, not quite.
And that's £75 raffle credit for
So he
John.
wins £25 raffle credit multiplied by 3. So there you have it. It's that simple. Patreon, as a standalone, has its own drawers. Now you might be thinking, what are you doing? Why are you setting up all these different sites? Why have we got to join YouTube and PayHip and Patreon and your own site and TGP Search Raffle and all of these things? Well, I'll tell you, it's quite simple. My story is well documented. There are a few bullies, and when I say a few bullies, online, horrible, nasty people, there are a few of them, and they have trashed everything that I've tried to do when I was selling my coins. Anything that I tried to do, they trashed every part of the business. So now I just give it all away. And what I've done is I've reinvented and developed different income streams. So if these bullies decide to go after my Patreon account and try and get my Patreon account destroyed, then okay, they will work on that and they will do their utmost to get that destroyed. But I also have YouTube income stream and a PayHip income stream and our website income stream and TGPCH raffle income stream and our new coins that we are getting done of our own coins, limited edition income stream, and so on. I've developed various different income streams in order to counteract these people, these what I would call business terrorists is what they are. They are terrorists to self-employed business people that are trying to earn a living. They're no more than terrorists. You know, the dirty tricks they employ, smashing the things to pieces and so on. It's just terrorism and trying to strike terror into people like me because of jealousy and their own vindictive nastiness. So this is my way of counteracting that. I'm giving all of my thousands upon thousands upon thousands of coins away for free. As you saw, that is the kind of thing that you can win. And in order to be in the Patreon draws, and we have all our draws, we have about 100 draws a week, and we have them on a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday at 3 o'clock. So to be in with a chance, to be in the Patreon draw and be in with a chance of winning on the Patreon draw on its own, Patreon, then you need to go to Patreon, www.patreon.com/TGBCH. / is the one that goes like that. Right, /TGBCH. Patreon.com/TGBCH and sign up on Patreon. I'll get a notification by email. I will let Chris know. Chris will then add you to the wheel, depending on how much your support value is. And from then on, it will be good luck to you. And I think that every single person, I don't think there's a person on our YouTube that hasn't won. I don't think there's anybody on our Patreon that pays us Patreon money and they haven't won. I think everybody's won at some point, and it's a spin of the wheel as to what it is you're going to win. Patreon gives you ×3. Whatever you win is ×3, except of course the gold and the wow. If you win that, then your extra coins are silver. But other than that, everything else is ×3. So why not come and join us on Patreon, join in the fun. Who knows, you might be winning some nice tasty coins. You'll be supporting a small individual independent business that's trying to keep their head above water, and you'll be saying to the bullies alongside us. So please do come and join us, patreon.com/TGBCH, and you can join in for as little as £3 a month. You don't have to go for the 50. I'd like you to go for the 50, of course I would, but you can join in for as little as £3 a month and see how you like it. I always say, suck it and see. If you suck it and you don't like the taste, don't like that, don't suck it again. Simples. So come and join us, have a go for a month or two, and if you don't like it, just cancel your membership. Thanks a lot.